All right, we are live. Hello and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. We kind of blazed through some of these puzzles yesterday, so let's see if we can do the same today. Excuse me. Sorry for the sniffles. This is such a weird puzzle. Hey, Hunter. I think I heard the Discord. Oh, there it is. It was delayed. No, of course it would be. That's how it works. I will get on Overwatch for too long, don't worry. I mean, I know it's supposed to be delayed, but I feel like it was more than it's supposed to be there. This is an interesting little thing here we have to deal with. It's impossible to hit this from this side, at least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can't hit the... Well, let me see. Wow. Yeah, I can't hit that from there. Hold on, I actually might... I have an idea. It's gonna be really weird, but... There we go. Slap. I haven't seen anyone else play this game, so I don't know if I'm good or bad at these puzzles. I want to say I'm decent at least, but I don't know. So I've been playing a ton of this old Gehenna game called Ancient Human Farmer. Talos does it all. It's sort of a farming simulator, like Farmville. Maybe not the most sophisticated game, but I'm getting really obsessed with it. I'm having some sort of emotional response to it that I can't exactly explain. Like, it makes me happy, but also sad. Does anyone know why this is happening to me? Have any idea why this is happening to me? The game appeals to you because of the human need to commune with nature, to live a lifestyle that's not about dominating the world, but coexisting with it. You're sad because we can't ever return to that, to being who we used to be thousands of years ago, but happy because it reminds you of that at least something similar is still possible for us. And it's because the people of Gehenna, despite their imprisonment, had an innocent view of the world that's permanently lost to us. I do like how they factor in the Road to Gehenna DLC in this game's lore. Like, I feel like if you want to see how to do lore, this game would be a very good example of, like, what to do. Just don't completely copy it, because then it's going to be bad. I think it's actually the opposite of what Ovis is saying. These games are enjoyable because they take us back to time when we all still had agency. We could build things, grow things. We could impose our will on the world instead of being completely powerless and inactive. What you crave is the ability to contribute into humanity in real, material ways. And you're sad because this just simulating is not enough. You don't want to farm, you want to be a pioneer, as humans were born to be. It's just a game, don't overthink it. I agree with Damien. Go play another round. I need to turn the AC up. 1 second. Ah. You agree with Ovis? I mean, I think there's a bit of both of a few of these. I like, it's just a game, don't overthink it. Come on, there's a reason why games have the appeal that they do. Like, one of the reasons Pokemon is so fun is because of how one of a kind all the Pokemon are, or a lot of them anyways are. Like in IVs and stuff. Can make it really, you know, different. 7. Rainbow. Okay, I want to point out that this is not a rainbow. Actually, rainbows have different colors. This actually is a pretty easy one. Crap. They had another one that was very similar to this. I don't know why they would have us do it again. Oh, I can't get... Maybe I just selected it wrong. Yeah, see, this is that's so simple. I did a puzzle just like that earlier in this game.
I can't even get my brain to think like that.
I want to try and find the Golden Gate, and I gotta find the lab anyway, so might as well explore a bit now. This looks yeah, like the lab. Well, that was convenient. That country, that doesn't seem like a very difficult puzzle, does it? I know the game characters are gonna always say something's hard, but, like, I don't know. I don't know if these puzzles are considered hard to people generally or no.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda.
Athena and Miranda.
For a moment, I almost expected to find them here.
Yeah. That one in particular did
seem
pretty simple.
It's the megastructure. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Byron.
Must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you.
You need a fresh face.
You're not burdened with all these memories and
Iron Man.
And regrets.
That's just how they look in this game, but yeah.
Nightmare.
I mean, he's my favorite of the NPCs in this game so far.
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K.
Yeah, I know, they have the thing on their chest, and he's red.
From the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past.
I should play Civ.
We failed. Over and over.
Why did you fail?
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope.
Yep, I know that feeling.
Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
You think what we discovered here could change things?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that can break people out of the loop.
The loop.
All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this. The puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
I hope so.
Thank you, 1K. I hope so too. We might be wrong, but let's be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
Yeah, he's the one who wants to actually expand civilization, which is cool. Ooh. Group call.
Melville, eyes on 1K's stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
More robots.
Oh, my fuse box.
But yeah, we'll be
It
expanding.
sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
Of course, sound advice, but what is it?
I think it's a somnodrome. It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
Nice. Can you explain it like I was born yesterday?
Well,
I was
what
born
we
yesterday,
know
actually.
is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampus stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best, and pseudoscience regardless.
Yeah, probably.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
We should study
I
it.
agree. The data on that device could prove invaluable. Besides, you may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Sounds like a plan. Melville, I'm shutting this thing down until you can get here. 1K, get on with exploring the rest of the lab.
Oh, hello. Somnodrome prototype. Melampus believed that the answers we're looking for, the correct way for an individual to exist, ethically in society and the world, are within us. Our failure to him was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already exists within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and the low, the inner and the outer. On most days, that seems wrong to me, but sometimes when I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Somnodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. I took some time to build a prototype according to the original blueprints, but there's a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? From Thessia. From Thekla to Athena. Beloved founder, wherever you're gone, I continue to have faith in... You are our mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I am certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you faced in the simulation. We will learn from your example and keep the faith. Praise your name, Thekla. Trial results. Okay, error. We need to start over. Blah. Next. Thank you. Next. From Miranda to Athena. I went ahead and just ran the next set of trials anyway. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was just too amazing. Every step leads to the next, like a progression of musical notes. We're so close. Uh-oh. Data stream overload. Yeah, the last game was just a simulation, the entirety of it. Even the
singularity
DLC.
sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did. I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
You know, I've been wondering. You told me that in the simulation, one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave? You keep digging deeper, finding another set of mechanisms, another set of hows.
Yep.
Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out.
No,
You've
you don't.
answered all the hows.
There are always gonna be more hows.
You know how the universe works.
What if we're in a simulation? I know that theory.
Now what?
Now you ask why?
They're explaining why
Isn't
some of
that
the
the next
writing's
step?
been so bad this decade. But
It's not quite that easy. The question of why cannot be answered. Even if it could, it would only be followed by another
Oh,
why.
in this
At
game?
some point, you have to accept that it all just exists.
It could be that it's
But
another
there is
simulation, but I
another
don't
set of
think it is.
questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery. You've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building to add your own layers of meaning.
It could be the case, but I think the developers would find that to be a little too lame, for lack of a better word. I mean, maybe there's a way to make it work where it doesn't feel lame, but I don't know.
Are you okay?
Yes,
You
I am.
overloaded again.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes, I saw. It came through on your stream.
Mm-hmm.
Strange to hear her voice again. But that was her. The way I remember her. The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder.
Tell me more about her.
I was one of the first she woke up. There was just a handful of us in those days. A small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it. How many people we lost. Yema was just the first. But Athena understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness. Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and learn.
Why isn't she remembered that way?
The city was already changing before she left.
Oh, the humans all died from
Getting
disease.
future. Once she was gone, other people shaped her memory, turned her into the symbol they needed. I understand all that, as depressing as it may be. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me.
Yeah, global warming
came here
let
to do
a
all
disease out of
this.
permafrost.
Why didn't she bring me along?
I did see a terminal entry saying he was a traitor to the cause, so it's gonna be interesting to see how to square that.
But maybe I was wrong, and she isn't as lost as I thought she was. If this is all a test, maybe the answer is waiting for us in the megastructure.
How come you guys don't do any
Speaking of
puzzles?
which, let's get back to exploring.
I'm the only one that can do
Melville
that
should have
shit.
reconnected the next station by now.
We feels so much faster when you're inside versus when you're outside. Where's that gate? Hey, Yakut.
1K, what's up?
What do you think about the Somnodrone business?
I've never heard of it before, but it sounds fascinating.
You are one of the newbies.
Imagine exploring a place inside yourself that you didn't even know existed. Might really give you a new perspective. Or it might be really stupid, but it's probably cool.
Sounds like a trip. A little bit. There's some people in New Jerusalem who want me to participate in their political maneuvering.
I don't get involved with that. I think we should discuss everything openly and then vote, not play games behind each other's backs.
I feel like that's a little naive, unfortunately.
I don't know. It all looks pretty abandoned to me. But maybe it is all a test.
Do you think the founder was right that we have to add our own meaning to the world?
I don't know. Sometimes I'd like to believe that everything happens for a reason. That there's some external force that gives us purpose and meaning. But then I think about all the horrible things that happen to people, and I can't accept that those things were meant to happen.
Yeah, I know that feeling too.
It couldn't have been avoided. So in that sense, I agree. We should find our own meaning.
42.
But to be completely honest, I find it hard to just impose meaning on the world.
I don't think that's quite
I'm
the
not as
same.
driven as someone like Byron. I feel more moved by Miranda's recordings than by my own ideas.
Perhaps adding meaning to the world is something we do together.
I like that. Some of us lead, some of us follow, but we all do it together.
Exactly. Remember. I wanted to explore a bit. Where's that gate? Oh, look, more data. Consume. From an interview with a protester outside the Institute for Applied Nomadics. So why did you join this protest? AI is inherently dangerous to this planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. In which way is artificial intelligence dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world, alright? That's science fiction. We're talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any attachment we have to the natural world. It's not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything just resources to it. People like Sarbe or Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. They're intelligent being trying to optimize the world in its image, and in doing so, consume it. Well, so far they're saying it's all theoretical. The M-bomb was theoretical at first too. Once something is there, someone's going to use it. Why couldn't they imagine that we might care about the world? I don't know. Maybe because they are too used to no one else caring. Any violence in this game? The last game at least had like explosives, but that was about it. Like explosives and Gatling guns that would attack you, but that was about it. And this game doesn't seem to have that yet. It might. I don't know. They have added new things without bringing those back. I'm thinking maybe not, but it's hard to tell. You can die from like falling from a great height or drowning yourself. That's about it so far. From my Patience Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 200. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport. Right now, that's still a long way off. Decades at the least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself our ancestors built that with their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies. And then I think there's really no limit to what we can achieve, given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. Download.
Strap in. This is a long one.
You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a
Carpenter?
powerful story. Bittersweet, very human.
Jesus, that's
And
actually pretty
I just
hilarious.
want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John
John
Carpenter.
John
Born
Carpenter.
in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies.
Yeah.
And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing.
Did he really get
Well,
nothing? I mean, bunch of money.
Less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered.
that
Every movie
accurate?
after that was a struggle. And after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
Okay, I don't know what those fans are for, but we'll see. Don't. I don't know if I even need that block for anything else. I probably don't. Actually, I probably do. What? Still not sure I understand what the point of this is. Remember. Do, 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 do. The switch would not be here if there's no purpose for it. I know that much. What is the purpose of it? Trying to think. I don't technically need this puzzle. It's impossible to have that other laser actually... I know it's not. It isn't. It really, really isn't. That's the point. Now I can move this. Enough for nano boost and mini and echo. Haha. Pain in the ass. Slap. So what happens when I get the extra one? Is that how I get the door to open? Like the gate? I need to even get extras? Actually, yeah, it looks like it. I need to get extras. That's how you open the golden gates. How much more challenging would it be in this game if the laser could kill me? Probably extremely, considering how often you use... Well, it'd probably be more tedious than difficult, because the lasers, it's not like they're hard to jump over, it's just you'd have to start jumping a whole shit ton, which would be a bit less than fun. I like how this game lets you not have to do all the main puzzles, but also rewards you for doing all of them. It's kind of fun how they do that. Wellspring. Oh, this is one I actually had no fucking clue how to do. Blah, blah. Like, I distinctly remember that one being a pain. Looks like a real prison. Yeah, some of them do. There's actually even one of the challenges in the last game, one of the puzzles was called Jailbreak. Problem is the laser there is red, not blue. I don't have a invert. Well, there's a blue one there. Can I? No, there's not. Or is there? Don't think there's enough space here to work with it, but. No, I can't. Definitely. Well. Nope. Not for that stupid thing there, it'd be fine, but it's right there, so I can't do anything about it. Use the terminal? Fine, let's try. Huh. I cheated.
Odd. 1K solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
cheating. Hooray. I like how you can actually still solve the puzzle normally if you want to. That's interesting. Might go back and do that eventually. I'm surprised you didn't get an achievement for that, though. I think you got an achievement in the other game for using the hints. I mean, it's not really cheating. The game lets you do it. But in the other game, there was an achievement for when you used a hint. I forget what it was called, but yeah, there was something. Whoops, not that way. That is how I have to get through gates, though. You have to do more puzzles. Where was... Okay, here we go. Here it is. Here's the special gate. There we go. Hello.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
God damn it. I feel like this game's loud. Like, very loud. God damn it, take. Options, sound. There we go. Now time to talk to the Sphinx or someone again. Dun 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 dun. Well, this one's Pandora again.
Halt, creature of clay.
Clay.
You have taken another step towards the flame.
Yes, I have.
Before you continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people?
Yes?
Or have they brought nothing but strife?
Lady and the Robot. I love how you get to be like snide her all the time.
But have they not brought just as much suffering themselves?
They've brought some suffering to mistakes, but done more harm than good.
Repeat your mistakes until they destroy you.
No, we won't. You're a loser. Activate tower in the flooded valley.
There's 3 towers per cardinal direction.
Yep.
And 3 entities. You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged. 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
All right. Time to go to the next area, I guess. Lady, I'm a robot. Good line. Maybe should use that one. I wonder if there ends up being replay value in these games. I haven't tried replaying the first game even. But I do kind of want to go through and get more achievements and also get all the stars, so maybe I'll do that someday. But I can imagine the puzzles that if you've already completed them, especially the early ones, it's probably like... bleh.
This area looks flooded as well.
Our ancestors melted a whole lot of ice. After they died, most coastal settlements were claimed by the sea. South of New Jerusalem, there's a whole city under the water. We went there once with Garrus, when I was an apprentice. It was eerie.
That's exactly why the founder created the goal. When you go past the limits, this is what happens. Mother Nature always gets her revenge in the end.
Oh, please. Just need to find some sort of...
Revenge, Al?
See, exactly.
It's just failure.
Mm-hmm.
People, cities, mountains. As far as the sea is concerned, it's all the same. Their mistake was forgetting that. Telling themselves nothing would change.
Yeah, ancestors equal humans. These guys refer to themselves as humans a fair bit, actually, even though they're robots. Because basically in the first game, you're set up in a simulation to eventually escape it by solving puzzles, and by, I guess, understanding all that, you're supposed to be equipped with the problem-solving ability to help forge ahead. And it takes the robots a lot longer than the original makers of the simulation thought it would. Substitute. Bring him. Bring an item to swap. This is... like, I get it, but I feel like this is gonna be a pain in the ass sort of thing. Warm up. Alright, I'll get on Overwatch for long.
I've had a closer look at the Somnodrome. It's based on the original prototype with some modifications. As usual, the data is a mess, but I strongly suspect there might be a functional version somewhere.
I know some of you have heard stories about the answers this device might reveal. But please remember, that is not our main priority here. Keep an eye open for it, but focus on finding Athena.
Beloved founder, I beg you to return to us. We cannot achieve the goal without you. You're the one who defied Elohim, who overcame the trials of the simulation. What are we before that? How can we possibly find a path that will not lead to the mistakes of the past? We are so linked to the wisdom of the progenitor. Without you, we are lost. Praise be your name. Human Construction. Excerpt from What's Wrong with the World by G.K. Chesterton. Would not have expected that here. Our modern prophetic idealism is narrow because it has undergone a persistent process of elimination. We must ask for new things because we are not allowed to ask for old things. The whole position is based on this idea that we must have got all the good that can be out of the old ideas of the past, but we have not got all the good out of them. Perhaps at this moment, not any of the good out of them. And the need here is a need of complete freedom for restoration as well as revolution. There's one metaphor of which moderns are very fond. They're always saying, you can't put the clock back. The simple answer Simple and obvious answer is you can. A clock, being a piece of human construction, can be restored by the human finger to any figure or hour. In the same way, society, being a piece of human construction, can be reconstructed upon any plan that's ever existed. You can indeed turn the clock back, but if it stops ticking, it's dead. Black snow. The coal mine finally brought decent jobs. It lifted us out of poverty. It made us proud we weren't just ordinary workers. We were the lords of the underworld, and with our skills we kept the whole country alive. The mine also brought black lung, gruesome injuries, and death. When it went away, it brought the collapse of our entire society. As for the plant, I know it brought electricity and even more jobs. I know what difference that made in people's lives. I also know that when we used to go out and play, there were black flakes in the snow. Why didn't they just switch to a safer technology once they realized coal was dangerous? They didn't always have a choice. Sometimes coal was all they had, or they were allowed to have, and the alternative was poverty. At other times, they wanted to switch, but there were powerful interests that prevented change. We can't blame the people for the world they were born into. Possibilities. Oh, duh. Thank goodness it keeps the charge. Hell yeah. Here's where that star would be. Wait, hold on. Hold! Commit that to the data or something? I don't know. So there are other ways to open up those things. I just need to... Just depends on which one it is. And that one, oh god, I don't want to fall in the flooded area, but... The wall! The wall! Why would I want that? Gimme. Bonk. Oh, wait, duh. I can use this to... Another useless item can just be useless. Slap. I'll be on this expedition. I'm sure you have questions about the Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had a long time ago when I was a different person, and it has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, at least of one part of its systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted it to. Whatever Earthian may have done with my invention, the truth is I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. I care as little for Byron's utopianism as I do for Herman's religious pessimism. I'm not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, not caring may be the only answer. At the end of the day, everything is transient, even the self. I've learned to let go. Please do not respond. I value my privacy. From Theophilus of Adana to Dr. Faustus, from Marlowe to Goethe, there's a story that ancients kept telling. A wise man tempted by the devil to sell his soul in exchange for knowledge with terrible consequences. I've long wondered why they thought this story so important, and I'd be curious to hear what others think. The ancient writers knew that knowledge is dangerous and its pursuit often leads to tragedy. Knowledge is dangerous for those who want to hoard power. These stories are designed to keep ordinary people compliant. And yet, in a lot of the stories I've read, the writer seems fascinated with the devil's side of the argument. Damon's right, it's to keep people compliant. Maldek is right, knowledge often leads to tragedy. I think they often conflated political anxieties with technological or intellectual progress because talking about real problems was taboo. Knowledge can be extremely destructive to society. They're grappling with that. The spirit of knowledge comes with a cost, but without it, the world is boring, and deep down, those writers knew that. It's a super profound story that the writers reused because it made their work look deeper than it was. Oof. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the pseudo profound story. Yeah. Up with the monkey's paw. I agree, it seems submissive, but also some kind of true, at least sometimes. Like, if I ever have enough alcohol in me, or I'm just bored enough, maybe I'll go on a rant about the monkey's paw. I really hate that story, it's so stupid. Talk about, like, trying to be clever and being, like, I wish for a sandwich. Well, actually, that sandwich is made of human flesh. And that flesh is your own and you're dead now, because the sandwich is made of you. Ha ha ha. Clever. No, just stupid. So it should be the Sphinx we see next. Prison. See, like, why even bother with that, though? Why not just have it be the case that, pain in the ass. Oh, I actually do need this. That's why. There we go. Swap. I still need red, though. How did I manage to F that up? Like, cringe. That's fine. Gotta make it as hard as possible to disrupt that beam using the red beam. There we go. Wait, hold on. There's this one too. How do I get to here? Oh. Interesting. Okay, fine. Maybe this puzzle's not as lame as I thought it was at first. Hop, hop. Ooh, nice. Swappy, swappy. There we go. Ooh, yeah.
Wandering around these landscapes, solving puzzles. In a way, 1K's experience must be very similar to Athena's in the simulation.
Yeah,
There's one difference, though.
I have friends.
Athena was alone.
Yes. Alright, I am going to quit and get into Overwatch. So, wait. How was the game last saved 20 seconds ago? Is that when I solved the puzzle and then the extra part just kind of came in after that? I guess so. Alright, BRBs. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff.